Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s or even 80s still walk with confidence, think clearly, and wake up with remarkable energy, while others who are much younger already struggle with fatigue, stiffness, and the feeling that age is slowly taking their freedom away? Is it genetics? Is it luck? Or are these vibrant older adults doing something every day that most people simply overlook? The small choices we repeat every day can influence our strength, energy, mental clarity, mobility, and ability to remain independent in the years ahead. And the encouraging part is that these choices don't have to be difficult, expensive, or require you to completely change your life. In this video, we're going to reveal 6 golden habits that can help build a stronger foundation for healthy aging. But make sure you stay with me until habit number 6. It's something almost everyone does every single day, yet many older adults underestimate how deeply it can affect both the body and the brain. For some people, improving this one habit could be the missing piece that helps them feel more refreshed, focused, and resilient as they age. If you want to join us on this journey toward a healthier and more independent life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. And if you find this information valuable, give this video a like, share it with someone you care about, and tell me in the comments, how old are you and where are you watching from? Now, let's begin with the first golden habit. Habit number 1. Walk regularly. As we grow older, regular movement becomes increasingly important for the heart and circulation. Walking encourages blood to flow throughout the body, helps the cardiovascular system stay active, and can support healthier blood pressure and blood sugar levels. It may also help reduce the risk of chronic conditions that threaten independence. Think about what strong, mobile legs allow you to do. Get out of the house, shop for groceries, visit friends, climb stairs, travel, or simply move around your own home without constantly depending on someone else. Every walk gives your muscles, joints, balance, and endurance a reason to keep working. Walking is not merely exercise. It is practice for staying independent. There is also something powerful happening in your mind. A gentle walk can reduce tension, interrupt a stressful day, and give your thoughts room to settle. If you walk outdoors, the experience can become even more restorative. Notice the sunlight, the breeze, the trees, the sound of birds, or the rhythm of your footsteps. For a moment, you are simply present. That quiet rhythm can feel almost like meditation. And walking does not have to be a solitary habit. Invite your spouse, a friend, a neighbor, or a family member to join you. A short walk together creates an opportunity to talk, laugh, listen, and stay connected. In one simple activity, you support both your body and your relationships. Most importantly, do not think a walk only counts if it is long or fast. If you have been inactive, start with 5 or 10 minutes. Walk to the end of the street and back. Take one lap around the block. Walk around your home if that feels safer. What matters is not impressing anyone. What matters is creating a habit you can repeat. As your body becomes more comfortable, gradually add a few minutes or a little more distance. Work within your abilities. Consistency matters far more than doing too much on the first day. Remember this, every step you take today is a small investment in the person you want to be tomorrow. You are not simply taking a walk. You are protecting your mobility, confidence, and freedom. And once movement becomes part of your daily life, the next question is just as important. What are you giving your body to fuel those steps? Habit number 2. Pay attention to your diet. Walking gives your body a reason to stay strong, but movement is only part of the equation. Your body also needs the right fuel. And as you grow older, what you put on your plate can influence not only how long you live, but how well you are able to live those years. Think about the difference between simply reaching 80 and reaching 80 with enough energy to enjoy your mornings, enough strength to carry your groceries, and enough mental clarity to have meaningful conversations with the people you love. One of the biggest problems is that convenience often takes over. Packaged snacks, sugary drinks, processed meats, pastries, and highly refined foods are easy to grab, but many contain large amounts of added sugar, unhealthy fats, sodium, and other ingredients your body does not need in excess. When these foods dominate your diet, they can make it harder to maintain healthy blood sugar, body weight, heart health, and steady energy. Now compare that with a plate built around simple, nutrient-rich foods. Start with vegetables. Leafy greens and colorful vegetables provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and protective plant compounds. Instead of thinking of vegetables as a small decoration beside your meal, try giving them a more important place on your plate. Berries are another simple choice. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and similar fruits can add natural sweetness while providing fiber and antioxidants. Whole grains such as oats, brown rice, and quinoa can provide more sustained energy than heavily refined alternatives. Protein also becomes especially important as we age because maintaining muscle is essential for strength and independence. Fish, chicken, beans, and lentils are practical options that can help provide the protein your body needs for everyday maintenance and repair. Then there are healthy fats. Avocados, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish such as salmon can be valuable parts of a balanced diet. These foods provide fats that support the heart, brain, and many other functions throughout the body. But there is another part of nutrition that is surprisingly easy to forget: water. As people get older, the sensation of thirst may become less noticeable. You may not feel particularly thirsty even when your body needs fluids. Dehydration can contribute to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, constipation, and difficulty concentrating. So instead of waiting until you feel extremely thirsty, make hydration a regular part of your day. Keep water nearby and drink consistently. Unless your healthcare provider has instructed you to limit fluids for a medical reason, you do not need to throw away everything in your kitchen tomorrow or follow an exhausting diet with dozens of rules. Start with one change. Replace one sugary snack with fruit. Add vegetables to one meal. Choose water instead of soda. Include a source of protein at breakfast or lunch. Small choices may seem insignificant on a single day, but repeated over months and years, they can become powerful. Habit number 3. Keep your mind active. We have talked about moving your body and nourishing it with better food. But healthy aging is not only about protecting your heart, muscles, and bones. There is another part of you that needs regular exercise as well. Your brain. Think of your brain much like a muscle. When you regularly challenge it, you give it reasons to stay engaged, adaptable, and alert. But when every day becomes exactly the same routine, same activities, same conversations, the mind receives fewer opportunities to stretch beyond what is familiar. The good news is that keeping your brain active does not require expensive programs or complicated exercises. Some of the most useful mental challenges can already be part of everyday life. Start with reading. Whether you enjoy novels, biographies, newspapers, history, or short articles, reading asks your brain to concentrate, process information, imagine situations, and remember what came before. Even 15 or 20 minutes can give your mind something meaningful to work with. Choose subjects that genuinely interest you, because curiosity makes the habit easier to maintain. Next, consider games and puzzles. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, card games, chess, and other strategy games challenge you to recall information, recognize patterns, solve problems, and make decisions. The purpose is to make your brain pause, think, and search for an answer, rather than simply operating on autopilot. But perhaps one of the most powerful ways to challenge your mind is to learn something completely new. Have you ever wanted to play the piano? Learn a few phrases in another language? Paint a landscape? Write your memories for your grandchildren? Try a recipe you have never cooked before? Do not tell yourself, "I'm too old to learn that." Learning something unfamiliar requires attention, patience, memory, and coordination. At first, you may make mistakes, forget things, or feel awkward. That is not failure. That struggle is part of the challenge your brain needs. You are asking it to adapt, instead of allowing it to settle permanently into familiar routines. And there is one form of mental exercise many people overlook. Conversation. When you talk with another person, your brain is doing far more than you realize. You listen, interpret meaning, remember details, Choose words, recognize emotions, and formulate responses. Tell stories, ask questions, discuss a book, share memories with your family. Listen carefully when someone sees the world differently from you. Meaningful social interaction keeps both the mind and the emotional life engaged. So if you want a simple formula to remember this habit, use 4 words: read, play, learn, connect. You do not need to spend hours doing brain training. Give your mind small challenges throughout the day. Read something instead of endlessly scrolling. Solve a puzzle. Learn one new skill. Call someone and have a real conversation. Your age may continue to increase, but curiosity does not have to retire. And while keeping your mind active can help protect an important part of your independence, there is another form of strength that becomes increasingly valuable with every passing decade. It determines whether you can rise from a chair, climb stairs, carry your groceries, and stay steady on your feet. That is where our 4th golden habit begins. Habit number 4. Do strength training. When you hear the words strength training, what comes to mind? Heavy barbells, crowded gyms, young athletes lifting enormous weights. You do not need to become a bodybuilder. You need enough strength to keep living life on your own terms. As we age, we naturally tend to lose muscle mass and strength, a process known as sarcopenia. It can happen gradually, which is why many people do not notice it at first. But eventually, the effects begin showing up in ordinary moments. A grocery bag suddenly feels heavier. Climbing a flight of stairs requires more effort. Getting out of a low chair becomes difficult. You may hesitate before carrying something across the house. Strength training gives your muscles a reason to keep working. With appropriate resistance exercises performed consistently, older adults can support muscle strength and preserve the physical capacity needed for everyday tasks. Stronger legs can make standing and walking easier. A stronger upper body can help with carrying groceries or household items. A stronger core can support posture and stability. Strength work can also benefit your bones. Weight-bearing and resistance exercises place controlled demands on the body, which can help support bone health. This becomes increasingly important with age, when weaker bones can make the consequences of a fall much more serious. Then there is balance. Many falls do not happen because someone was careless. They happen because strength, coordination, and the ability to recover from a small loss of balance have gradually declined. Training the legs, hips, and core can support better stability and give you more confidence during everyday movement. And here is the best part. You do not need a gym full of equipment. You can begin at home. Try standing up from a sturdy chair and sitting back down slowly. Practice gentle leg lifts while holding on to a stable surface. Use a resistance band for simple pulling movements. Light dumbbells can work, but even 2 water bottles may provide enough resistance when you are beginning. Wall push-ups can strengthen the upper body without requiring you to get onto the floor. Depending on your ability, modified planks can also help strengthen the core. The goal is not to lift the heaviest weight possible. The goal is to challenge your muscles safely enough that they have a reason to stay strong. If you have been inactive for a long time, have significant joint problems, balance difficulties, heart concerns, or another medical condition that affects exercise, speak with your healthcare professional or a qualified physical therapist before beginning a new strength routine. And remember, you do not need an hour-long workout to make this habit meaningful. Even 10 to 15 minutes of consistent strength work can be a realistic starting point. What matters is returning to it week after week and gradually progressing as your abilities allow. Every squat, every controlled lift, and every time you rise from a chair is more than exercise. It is a message to your body. I still need you to be strong. Because the real reward is not bigger muscles. It is being able to carry your own bags, move confidently through your home, get up without assistance, and continue doing the things that make life yours. But physical independence is only one part of aging well. You can have strong legs and a sharp mind, and still lose something essential if your days become increasingly isolated. The 5th golden habit addresses a need that no exercise or healthy meal can replace. Meaningful human connection. Human connection matters, and as the years pass, protecting those connections can become just as important as protecting your physical strength. One of the quietest challenges of growing older is loneliness. Retirement can remove the daily conversations you once had with coworkers. Children may move to another city or state. Friends may develop health problems. And perhaps most painfully, losing a spouse can suddenly leave a home that was once filled with conversation feeling unbearably quiet. Little by little, social interaction can shrink. A person may spend more time watching television, eating alone, and going days without a meaningful conversation. But humans are built for connection. Having people to talk with, laugh with, share memories with, and turn to during difficult moments creates something no medication or exercise routine can fully replace: a sense of belonging. Strong social ties can support emotional well-being, encourage mental engagement, and give you reasons to stay involved with life. Consider Margaret, an 82-year-old widow. After her husband passed away, Margaret slowly withdrew from the world around her. At first, she simply stopped attending a few gatherings. Then she began turning down invitations. Her children lived far away, and although they called when they could, the long hours between those conversations felt increasingly empty. Eventually, her days became painfully repetitive. Wake up, eat breakfast alone, watch television, do a few chores, and go to bed. Then Margaret made one small decision. She visited a local community center. She simply began showing up. She joined a weekly activity, started talking with a few people, and later volunteered to help with community events. Over time, something changed. She had places to go again. People expected to see her. New friendships began to form. She laughed more, shared stories, and rediscovered a feeling she thought she had lost: being needed. Connect does not always come looking for us. Sometimes we have to take the first step: call an old friend. Invite a neighbor for coffee. Join a book club, walking group, faith community, senior center, or local class. Volunteer for a cause that matters to you. Even one regular activity can give structure and meaning to your week while opening the door to new relationships. And distance does not have to end connection. If your children, grandchildren, or friends live far away, use the tools available to you. A phone call, video chat, family group message, or appropriate online community can help keep relationships alive when meeting face-to-face is difficult. You do not need dozens of friends. What matters is having meaningful contact with people who make you feel seen, heard, valued, and connected. Make the call. Send the message. Accept the invitation. Walk through the door of that community center, even if you feel nervous the first time. Growing older may change your social world, but it does not mean your world has to become smaller. And now we have reached the final golden habit, the one I asked you to stay for. Get enough quality sleep. You spend roughly a third of your life doing it. Yet it is often one of the first things people sacrifice or ignore. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity. We often talk about exercise and nutrition as the foundations of healthy aging, but sleep deserves a place beside them. Because while you are sleeping, your body is not simply shutting down. It is performing essential work behind the scenes. Think of nighttime as your body's maintenance period. While you rest, tissues recover, important immune processes continue, and the body prepares itself for another day. Your brain is also busy processing information and supporting memory. This is one reason a poor night's sleep can leave you feeling physically exhausted, mentally foggy, impatient, or unable to concentrate the next morning. One bad night happens to everyone. The greater concern is when poor sleep becomes a pattern. Night after night of inadequate or disrupted sleep can affect mood, attention, metabolism, cardiovascular health, and the way you function during the day. For an older adult, that daytime fatigue can have practical consequences. You may feel less motivated to walk, exercise, cook a healthy meal, meet friends, or participate in activities you normally enjoy. In other words, poor sleep can quietly interfere with several of the other golden habits we have already discussed. Brain health deserves special attention. Research has linked chronically poor sleep with cognitive decline, and a higher risk of conditions such as Alzheimer's disease. Scientists continue to study the complex relationship between sleep and dementia, so sleep should never be presented as a guaranteed way to prevent Alzheimer's. But we do know that adequate sleep plays an important role in memory, learning, concentration, and healthy brain function. That makes protecting your sleep especially important as you age. For many adults, a common target is around 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, although individual needs can vary. And remember, duration is only part of the picture. 7 hours of repeatedly interrupted sleep may not leave you feeling the same as 7 hours of more restful, continuous sleep. So how can you improve your chances of sleeping well? About an hour before bedtime, allow your environment to become calmer. Dim bright lights. Reduce stimulating television or phone use. Instead, read a few pages of a relaxing book, or try gentle stretching. These small actions can become signals that tell your brain the active part of the day is ending. Next, pay attention to consistency. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day can help reinforce your body's natural sleep-wake rhythm. Sleeping at dramatically different times from one day to another may make it harder for some people to settle into a reliable pattern. Also look at what happens in the evening. Caffeine later in the day can interfere with sleep in sensitive people, and a very heavy meal shortly before bed may leave you uncomfortable. Try giving your body time to settle. Your bedroom matters too. A cool, dark, quiet environment generally supports better sleep. If outside light enters the room, consider curtains or an eye mask. If noise repeatedly wakes you, look for safe ways to reduce the disturbance. The goal is simple. Make your bedroom a place your brain associates with rest. But what if your body is tired and your mind refuses to stop? You lie down, close your eyes, and suddenly begin replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow, or thinking about problems you cannot solve at 2 in the morning. Instead of fighting every thought, try giving your mind something calmer to focus on. Slow breathing, a short meditation, or writing your worries in a journal before bed may help you transition out of that mental loop. And if sleep problems continue for weeks, or you experience loud snoring, gasping during sleep, severe daytime sleepiness, or frequent insomnia, do not simply assume it is a normal part of getting older. Talk with a healthcare professional, because an underlying sleep disorder or medical issue may need attention. Remember the 3 words behind this final habit: repair, recharge, restore. During the day, you ask your body to walk, think, lift, digest, communicate, and adapt. At night, you finally give it the opportunity to recover. That is why quality sleep is not wasted time. It is part of the work of staying healthy. You cannot stop the calendar from moving forward. But by protecting your sleep, you can give tomorrow's version of yourself a stronger foundation from which to wake up, move, think, connect, and live. Healthy aging is not about trying to turn back the clock. It is about protecting what matters most as the years move forward. Your strength, your clarity, your independence, and your ability to enjoy the life you have built. Today, we explored 6 golden habits: walking regularly, nourishing your body with better food, keeping your mind active, building physical strength, staying socially connected, and protecting the quality of your sleep. None of them requires perfection, and none will transform your life overnight. Their real power comes from consistency, so don't try to change everything tomorrow. Choose just one habit from this video and begin there. Once it becomes part of your routine, build on it. Growing older is inevitable. Giving up on yourself is not. There are still conversations to enjoy, places to visit, things to learn, people to love, and mornings worth waking up for. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits will you start working on first? Tell me in the comments below. Your answer may inspire someone else to take their first step too. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more practical advice on staying healthy, strong, and independent as you age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, keep moving forward, and remember, a healthier future can begin with one small choice today.